Hi, it's Nikki here and welcome to episode 4 of our Curious L&D Conversation, where we've been talking all this month about training without a training budget. And this month, this week, we are joined by Optimus Prime, who is a transformer. He's an alien robot truck thingy. But what this is demonstrating is that transformation. It's about that upskilling, which is essentially what I'm going to be talking about for our last 2 tips today. So tip number 9 is all about the project team apprentice. I'm not just talking about getting somebody to do a bit of work where they're filing some bits and pieces for you or scheduling some meeting. I'm talking about getting somebody out of their normal job role, a talented person that you can see potential in, and getting them to follow the entire journey of a project. Now, in order to do this, they will learn, obviously, an awful lot from this, but the people in the project will need to learn certain things too. How do they actually deal with having somebody to train? How do they mentor them? How do they communicate with them? How do they deal with their task management? So there's a whole bunch of stuff there. So while this one isn't particularly costly in terms of money, it is costly in terms of time, coordination, and making sure that time out of the business, that kind of stuff. But the potential for development on so many different streams is immense. The last one then, number 10, is about the company swap scheme. So this is where you are looking for like-minded companies, departments, professional people to join with on a bi-monthly basis in order to do a spot of networking, benchmarking, talking about best practices. So to give you an example of that, many years ago when I did a qualification in learning and development, there was lots of us on the course from different companies. And we just decided off our own backs to actually every other month to get together somebody else's company, and we would bring along challenges that we had or questions that we might have. And I learned so much from doing that. And so I would recommend that at so many different levels. So whether you are in finance, look for other people in finance. If you are a people manager, look for other people managers. If you have done a qualification, it's an easy one to be able to look for other people that have also done that qualification, or a professional body or something like Investors in People will be able to connect you, or just business networking in general. But company swap scheme, you can even have it so that people come out of their roles for a day and swap over as well, as long as there's learning to be had from that, as long as that learning is then shared. So that's it. That's my top 10 tips for training without a training budget. But I have one bonus tip for you, which is this. If you are really wanting some kind of formal training to be done, do a bit of research and look for local businesses in your area that have just set up, who know a lot about what it is that you want training in. So for example, I deal in a lot of management development. So 3 years ago when I set up my business and I was looking for different types of clients, I would have quite happily have made a bargain with somebody who I didn't know that well in terms of not worked for them previously, to get a foot in the door with them in order to offer my training at a reduced rate, in order so that I could build up my portfolio, I could talk about it on social media, I could get testimonials from them where appropriate. This isn't a I will charge less if you give me a good review. That's not what I'm talking about here. But it's about doing each other a favour. You're looking for training at a lower cost. They are looking to get their portfolio up and running outside of the people that they normally deal with. So it's a win-win situation. So that could be an inroad as well. Alternatively, you could get somebody like me that actually comes in and consults rather than trains, and mentors your senior managers or works with you on an independent basis. So it's not all about the formal training side of stuff. I really hope that you found those top 10 tips and the bonus tip useful. It would be wonderful to hear if you use any or if you've got any more of your own. So if you've enjoyed this, please do subscribe, hit the notification button. You can click like and write comments and all sorts of stuff. But also if you've got any particular topics that you want covering, feel free to contact me at nikki.forster@Curious nikki.forster@curiouslighthouse.co.uk, and I will see you on the next topic. Cheers for now.